Hi Pawan, how are you doing?
Good afternoon everyone. Thanks Naksha, doing fine.
Good afternoon, Pawan.
Good afternoon, Pawan.
Okay, I think let's get started now. Let me introduce myself first. I'm Naksha from EIML second semester. I am one of the organizers for the Social Impact and the Entrepreneur Awards. Simran, Aryan, introduce yourselves.
Hello, I'm Simran from second semester ECE department, and I am the organizer for the Social Impact Awards.
Aryan?
I'm just here to help. I'm Aryan. So yeah.
Suhas was the other organizer for the Entrepreneur Award. He is traveling, so he won't be able to attend today's meet. So let me introduce our judges. It's Pawan and Aranya. Aranya works at Cognizant, is also a part of the BMSIT placement cell community. Pawan works at Digital Norway. Pawan and Aranya brought up the idea of BMSIT Connect, which is doing really great so far. So yeah, you guys have to tell anything, Pawan and Aranya? Okay, so let's get started. Simran, will you talk about the Social Impact Award?
Yes, I will. So this event is being conducted to identify and award the individuals who have been actively helping the society in these dreadful times. And we do not want the work of the good people to go unidentified, and would like to amplify it to all the people who might require the help. The social work may include anything which has caused an impact in the society and help the people. The judging will be done solely on the basis of the amount of impact the people have caused on the society.
Yeah, the Innovator Award was basically started to give a platform to all the young entrepreneurs among us. We also wanted to include the faculty and the alumni. We basically wanted all of the BMSIT people, the community, to get a platform to express their creative work they have done. We expected it to be anything very small to something massive. Just worried about we just bothered about your idea and your creativity, and we wanted to give a platform for you to showcase that. So that's been the entire idea of the entire panel discussion. Yeah. So as I told, we'll start with the Social Impact Award. Participant is Tanya Ali. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Good afternoon, everyone.
You can turn on your camera.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so the next 5 minutes is yours. Tell us whatever you have to tell. Present. Yeah.
Okay. Can I present the screen?
Yeah. I'll just stop presenting.
Okay. Yeah, is it visible?
No.
1 second. Yeah, is the screen visible? Oh, good.
No, not yet.
I don't know what's happening. sure it was
Are you using Chrome or because there's some problem with the Google Meet? I was also using Safari until now, and that's why
Yeah,
I opened
I'm using Chrome.
Chrome. Okay.
I don't know what's happening. I'm not able to share my screen.
Maybe you just log out and log in back and
Yeah, okay,
try
okay.
it. Yeah, cool. Thanks.
So next we have Sanskar Agarwal. Are you there, Sanskar? I don't think he's joined the meet yet. Dhruv, you and Sanskar were supposed to do it together. Any updates?
Yeah, he is coming. Wait a second, just I'm informing him.
Okay, so that will take some time. We'll call the next participant.
I think Danya is back.
No, Daniel back. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so that
No,
we can start.
Sanskar has came.
Okay, we'll start with
yeah.
Sure.
Just 1 second.
Wait, we'll start
Hello,
with Danya.
everyone.
To
I'm
present my
Sanskar.
screen. Okay.
Sanskar,
2 minutes.
Yes.
yeah, Danya will start, then we'll get back to you again.
Actually, I don't know why I'm not able to share my screen. I think I'll log in from the phone. Can someone else just?
Then you just share your is it presentation you have, or
Yeah, it's a
why
presentation.
don't you just share it to Naksha and Simran, and we
Yeah,
can
I'm saying.
share on behalf of you.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
and let's start with Sanskar and Dhruv, or
Yeah.
Sanskar first. Meanwhile, Danya shares the presentation. Sorry, Sanskar,
Okay.
for the confusion. Go ahead.
Shall I share my video?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sharing.
The journey of Smile Udaipur started 3 years ago with the primary motive of saving lives and defeating poverty. Hi everyone, this is me Anmol Rodriguez और मैं आ रही हूँ राजस्थान के खूबसूरत शहर जिसको सिटी ऑफ लेक्स के नाम से भी जाना जाता है उदयपुर में उदयपुर में होने वाला एक ऐसा सभी पर रहते हैं Smile, yes, a smile. Together, we can make everyone smile. Smile Udaipur is a niche for kids, youth, and homeless elderly people. Providing aid to the victims of natural calamities by means of food, clothing, and shelter is one of our main objectives. And yes, all of us have been affected at the victim clothing.
food and many more. We organize many events and drives such as food management and donation so that we can manage the wastage of the food and we can provide it to the needy persons. As you can see, we have done much work on the donation of food also in the time of the COVID, so that everyone can get food. Donation of clothing. We collect the old clothes from the people from the houses and then distribute it to the needy persons. As you can see. Then the events organized by the Smile Udaipurs are like cloth distribution event, winter cloth drive, and the food clothes donation drive. Then we organize the blood donation camp also for the dengue victims who face dengue patients and all. These are our members who donate blood. Then the plasma donation camp we also organized during the COVID to help the COVID patients so that they can recover soon. And 18 to 20 people we help to recover also. Then books donation camp so that we can provide education and spread awareness about the educations among the society. Then helping stray dogs is our most important motive because as stray dogs don't demand us anything, just some love and the food. So as much we can help them, we are helping. See, as you can see. Then mask distribution, we have distributed more than 3,000 masks in the time of COVID so that we can spread awareness about the COVID situations and we can help the persons who don't have masks and all the things. We have distributed more than 3,000 masks, as you can see, to the police, to the needy persons also, to the vegetable vendors also. Then this is our Instagram handle. You can follow us here so that you can help us. And you can see, keep an eye on the activity what we are doing. Thank you.
That was really great, both of you. They're open to questions. Anyone got to ask anything to them, you can ask.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, Pavan.
Great job, both through. Sanskar and rest of the team. It's amazing to see the incredible work you guys are doing on the ground, along with your studies and everything else. Just out of curiosity, when did you start with this mission, and what was the main motivation
Um,
for both of you to start this idea?
Sir, actually, we have started around 2019 in August, yeah, August 2019, around 2 years back. And when I was like 5 years, 5 to 6 years, like I was like I'm really eager to help others. So I saw many people like want to donate, but they don't have any platform. They don't have anyone who can deliver clothes from them to the needy people. So then we started with Ismail Udaipur, and now we have a team of around 100 people in Udaipur. On every Sunday, we organize events.
Yes, sir.
So it's mainly you and Dhruv who came together to start this idea of the NGO.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Great.
sir, Pavitra is also there in our NGO. Actually,
Yeah.
on the video, she has only worked.
So she's also part of BMSIT team.
Yeah.
Great. No, this is incredible work. Very proud of what you guys have done. So yeah,
Yes, sir.
congratulations,
Thank
and
you.
keep up the work and keep making more such wonderful things.
Yes.
Um,
So we are increasing it day by day only.
Excuse me, sir. Can I please run my video once again? Actually, I got a network issue. That's why the video was not able to run properly.
I think it's okay. We were able to understand the gist of it and the crux. And I've been, even before you showed your Instagram handle, I was trying to look through upon you guys on Instagram and LinkedIn.
Okay.
So I understand the work what you've done. So I don't think we have to run the video. It's quite evident. It's a good work what you guys have done.
Thanks
Yes,
a
So
sir.
lot. Thanks a lot.
Everything is clear now, sir, in presentation and all the things.
sure. But the only thing is, yeah, like what was the main motivation, and yeah, what kind of what does it drive for you to keep continuing the work, and how what is your future plan is something I would like to hear out.
Actually, sir, even with NGO, I have an IT company in my hometown where I work for the digital services, web development, app development, and etc. So whatever the profit I get in that company, I invest all in my NGO. Maximum profit I invest in my NGO. So now even we have started some projects in Bangalore, and soon even we have made it a website and app for the upcoming projects, and we will continue with our projects.
Yes, sir. Sir, we are much working on the app in the Bangalore also.
Actually, sir, actually we have made a Smile Udaipur, Smile Bangalore. Soon we will cover all the cities of India.
Yeah, irrespective of the outcome of the results from today's thing, one thing I want to propose is within the BMSIT now we have this BMSIT Connect project where we're trying to explore the entrepreneurial side of it and also the social impact side of it. We can definitely discuss with you one-on-one on how we can support from the college to help set up this and make this project even bigger and better. So me and Arnya will come back with you specifically from the alumni side, and we'll discuss how can we help you and support you to make this even a bigger presence than what it is today.
Yes,
Thanks,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Great. Aranya?
No, nothing to add. Just that you guys have done excellent work. Very proud and very impressed. And like Pawan said, regardless of the result, this is exceptional work, and we are very happy that you guys are contributing back so much to society.
That was really great, guys. You three keep going. Next is Danya there.
Yeah, I'm here.
Are
Yeah,
you able
I'll
to?
be
I'm
sharing.
so sorry for the trouble though.
You still having trouble?
Oh no, Simran is actually sharing the screen, no?
Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you share the poster?
Yeah.
So, good afternoon, everyone. This is Dania Ali. I'm from second year, fourth semester. So, as we are all aware of, obviously, of the pandemic that we faced in the year 2020, and we are still facing it. So, we came across with our small initiative that we wanted to do wanted to do. So we made a small group of people, and we used to.
Dania, you've gone on mute.
Dania?
Am I audible now?
Yes.
I don't know. I'm facing a lot of desktop issues. So yeah. So we did this initiative. We have a group of like 4 people. I'm from this college, and the others are from different colleges, so they are not here. So this is the poster that I made. Uh, Simran, can you show us the PPT?
Yes.
So the name of the organization is We for You. We believe give someone a meal, their hunger is real. I'd like to introduce you about the We for You. Next slide. So as we already know about the year 2020 virus outbreak, so a lot of lives were affected, especially those who lived on daily wages. So we took an initiative and formed a non-profitable organization and named it We for You. It was basically formed on 5th of June 2020 when the situation of the pandemic got crucial. So we tried to collect some funds through our own people, and that's how our work began. Basically, what we did was we prepared a small message regarding the situation, and we sent it across to all our contacts, our relatives and friends, and close family members and everybody, and they donated their part. So through that, we were able to collect a few amount of funds, and then next slide.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
So then we started preparing for our ration kits. So we bought rice, dal, flour, potatoes, salt, and sanitizers, soaps, and sanitary pads and everything. And we went to the field and we saw that there were people who were actually starving because they were living on their daily wages and they were not able to earn because of the lockdown. So what we did was we prepared the ration kits. Each ration kit costed us around rupees 125. And since we were handling them raw materials, we also looked that they had the ability to cook all those things. Next slide. So on an average, we distributed every day 10 ration kits daily. So I told you whatever it consisted, and then as our funds started increasing, we tried to increase the quantity and quality of the material that we were handling them. After some time we faced a lot of issues like funds were really less because we were only having the donation through our families and contacts and everything. So we made our Instagram and Twitter handle. On that platform we shared our idea and the pictures that we were doing this, and we tried to gain the trust from them, and then we got the donation through new people as well, and we even talked to a few organizations. Next slide. So there is this organization Helping Panda, which is basically our seniors are only handling them from 4th year. So they are a crowdfunding platform. So we started a campaign on this platform, and from this we got 10,000 rupees donation, which was a big amount for us. So with this money, we even added up onions, cooking oils, mask, etc. Next slide. Till that time, almost winters had approached. It was November, December. Then while we were handling the ration kits, we saw that there were people on the roads who didn't have blanket or anything to put on themselves. So what we did was through that Helping Panda donation and the donation that we collected through Instagram handle and Twitter handle, we started buying blankets and all. So a total of 91 blankets were bought, and we gave them to the people who were in need.
Next slide.
So these were the outcomes that we got. So on an average, we distributed 10 ration kits daily. And till now, this data is till 23rd June 2021. So total of 384 ration kits were distributed among the families, and a lot of families were fed. And a total of 91 blankets were distributed. And since we shared our pictures and videos on Instagram and Twitter handle, we were able to gain trust from a lot of people, and a lot of people came to us for help. So a total of rupees 48,000 donation we were able to collect from everyone around. Next slide. So yeah, I told you this was the social media handle, the email ID we gave, and WhatsApp number, and Instagram and Twitter. And to donate also, we put up the next slide. We provided them with bank details and the Google Pay or Phone Pay number. So I'd ask Shimon to that video one that I put in the Google form.
Yeah.
Hello everyone, this is Tanya.
Can you hear it?
Second year.
Yeah.
So as we are all aware about the year 2020 and its coronavirus outbreak, so me and my team, we formed a non-profitable organization which is named We For You. As we know, a lot of people and a lot of lives were affected through it. So we thought, why not help people who used to live on daily wages because of lockdown. They could not go and earn outside, so they were impacted the most. This is what I feel. So what we did was we prepared a message and we sent it across to everybody on social media and our families, relatives, and everybody that we could think of. And so therefore we gained a lot of funds, and through it, we prepared ration kits, which each ration get comprised of rice, dal, potatoes, onions, sanitizers, sanitary pads, and a few other things, salts. So yeah, so we went out with full precautions, so masks and gloves and everything, and we distributed it among the people since we were handling them raw materials. So we really needed to make sure that they have the availability to cook all these. And after some time, we were running short of funds, so we tied up with the non with the crowdfunding organization, which is Helping Panda, which really helped us a lot. And we gained 10,000 rupees from it, and we increased the quantity in the ration kits, and also we bought some blankets. A total of 91 blankets were bought, which costed us around 13,000, and each ration kit costed us around rupees 125. And also a total of 384 ration kits were so with a total of 384 ration kits that were distributed, we were able to feed a lot of families. And we even have our social media platforms on Twitter and Instagram handle. You can also go and check it out, please. So all the details we gave over there to donate on the bank details and the UPI ID and the GPI ID and everything. So yeah, it went like really well. And after some time also, again we ran short of funds because our funds were completely over. So then after a few months, we noticed that people were having trouble getting verified leads for beds and medicines and emergency rooms, hospitals, and everything. So we even started working for it. That we used to call up and check everywhere and wherever we could get the leads, and we would go and help people wherever possible. So yeah. We have a few pictures and videos from our work that I'd like to share with you all. Thank you.
Yeah, so this was it. Simran, can you just share the Instagram and Twitter screenshot that I sent you?
Yes. This
Yeah.
is in
So
Twitter.
this is our Twitter page and the Instagram one, and this is our Instagram handle. So there we keep everybody updated about what work we are doing every day. That yeah. And this is the campaign that I told you about on the Helping Panda website. Yeah, this was it. Thank you.
That was really nice. Anyone has got to ask any questions? Dani, in which place that you work so much? I mean, which state? Is it Bangalore?
But no, no, it was Patna, Bihar. I belong from there.
Okay, okay,
Yeah. So in the lockdown time, I was there only, so we did it there itself.
nice.
Yeah.
Anything else? Yes, Pawan.
Yeah, again, I'm really impressed. I'm super proud, seeing BMSITians contributing to the society and going out of the way to do this wonderful work. And then kudos to you and your team for doing such amazing job. My only question to you is, of course, you're in your second year now.
Yeah, yeah, second year.
Yeah. So I'm sure you have some plans regarding your in electronics and communication, and then you'll be doing. But what's the future for your start, like your NGO?
My plans are like after the placements, that money that I earn, I really want to give it to my NGO. Like this is not a registered NGO right now, right? We are a core members are like 5 members are there in the core team, 5 members of which I am one of them. So whatever money I earn in my life in future, I really want to like give it all in this NGO because this has been my dream since a really long time. Since my school time, I've grown up uh, seeing all this in my family as well.
Amazing. Just one question, not just to Danya, and I think it's very difficult for me and Aranya to actually even pick a winner. I'm already like wondering because this is such a noble cause, and it would be so unfair to pick a one specific winner. But anyway, in general, we are also trying to change the outlook of BMSIT. We're trying to bring in some more platforms where, to be honest, I didn't know about Helping Panda was from BMSIT. To be honest, that's
Yeah.
something I just got to know now.
Yes, yes.
It's amazing. I've been just checking when you're talking about it, and they have quite a decent platform already, almost at par with some of the good platforms what I've used in Europe. Uh, One question for all of you, including Danya, everybody, is whoever is doing the social entrepreneurship, I would call it. What kind of platform would be ideal at BMS IT specifically, which can help you to accelerate the process? It doesn't matter which part of India or even outside of India you're supporting. What kind of support is something which can really help assist
Um,
in this process? I just want to have an open
Sorry,
input from you guys.
Uh,
excuse me, sir. Can I take an answer? Or can I take a question?
Yes, Sanskar, go ahead.
Sir, we just need your support. Like, if you organize some events in Bangalore, so if we organize one event on Saturday, on Sunday, or clothes distribution. So like we just want everyone brings clothes. That's it. We just want support. That's more than enough. That's more than enough.
Yeah. And the main thing is that not every like in college nobody knows about it, right? So if we get exposure, we could go and give a presentation over there, and we can tell about it. And even if like we see, even if each human contributes a penny of like even a small amount, like 10 rupees, even if every student can contribute, it can make a huge difference. You're feeding a family and a lot of people and blankets and everything that we can because we are not taking anything from it, we are not gaining anything of it, we can give you that surety. Like even the helping panda which they're doing, they're taking the 3% of it, right? So our is not like we want money or something like that. Our main aim is to just completely do everything for the ones in need. So yeah, we really wanted that exposure, that as he said, right, that we can have any event or something where we can give a presentation and talk about our like we for you for me, and about his whatever it was. So yeah, that we really wanted. It would be of great help.
Yeah,
So
I
that
think
was
we can discuss that, Aranya, within the team, and we can come back with all of them, because I think the one way is to promote them on the website, on our social handles, to reach and also give them a platform. For example, we can feature Dhruv, Danya, and Saraswat in one of the banner for prospective students. What we're discussing yesterday, like all the amazing work they're doing, because I think this is the beauty of college, right? You're not come just to study a specific subject, but actually become a better human, experience to be a better person contributing to society. It could be a small community. It could be, in future you can become something bigger for the nation or outside. So that's what I think the college should be. And you guys are all role models in whatever time. It's not about getting, 10 CGPA. It's about these things which kind of showcases your real core personalities. So I think it's impressive. We will definitely discuss this. For me, it's an eye opener to see incredible work done by the current set of students. At least I know quite a bit of like alumni who have done amazing work, but just to see the incredible work from the current set of students is very enlightening, and very, very, very proud, to be honest. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, the entire idea of the panel was to present it to a larger crowd. But anyways, I think we can already start at least sharing their links on our website or our Instagram handle. So we'll do that ASAP for you guys.
Okay,
Yeah,
done.
we'll feature it next week one by one, where we can feature each of the social work or social entrepreneurship, what you guys are doing, and also the innovator thing. So we'll come up with a plan, and we'll feature, and also we'll get you featured on the website, and we'll give you a platform on the website so that you get more visibility. And we'll also organize specific events where we can do like a combined, like a social day at BMSIT, where we can have like 4 or 5 NGOs coming together. You raise more awareness, importance of this work, and then through that we do fundraising, which can be distributed across all the 5 NGOs. I'm just giving an idea, but we can definitely plan something on these lines for sure. It's a possibility.
Yeah, Simran next.
Yes, I'll do the next one. So up next is Sanjana Manjunath, and here's her video.
Everyone present here. This is Sanjana Manjunath from 6th Sem Computer Science Department. I want to give you all a little show, a small show on everything I have done for the society to make it a better place to live in. And I strongly go by one quote which says, a person's real asset is not his head full of knowledge, but a heart full of love, a ear willing to listen, and a hand willing to help. And this is one quote I strongly believe in and go by. And let me show you all a small presentation on everything that I have done and how my journey towards making an impact to the society started off. Now, let me tell you all what Project Adyan was about. Project Adyan was termed as the biggest community service project in Rohtak District 3190. Headed by a 5-member core team and being the co-chair of the initiative, we were able to mobilize and provide employment opportunities for over 800 specially abled candidates, out of which over 400 people were placed in companies like Big Basket, Vindhya Infotech, and so on. So to sum up, Project Adyan mainly focused on providing employment, opportunities and training to specially abled candidates based on their requirement. Add on to it, we were also awarded the Outstanding Community Service Project in South Asia by the Southeast Asian Road Tract Information Center, MDIO, in June 2021. a volunteer based, zero funded organization, and I volunteer there as the academic teacher to teach underprivileged kids. I have been teaching over 70 kids every weekend. Sanjana?
So am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes. So, firstly, good afternoon, everyone present here. And this is Sanjana, and I'm currently doing my sixth STEM in computer science department. So we've had a lot of projects. I mean, I worked on a lot of projects like Feed the Hunger and donation drives and a lot of projects on that. But I thought a project Adyan was something very close to our heart and something very different from the others because this project involved providing employment and employment opportunities for specially abled people. I mean, at times like this, we know a lot of them lost their jobs, and it was very hard to find jobs for normal people. And just imagine people with, specially able people or people with disabilities. So we started off this project and we started mobilizing candidates. We got in touch with every candidate on the list. Probably I had to make probably 150 to 200 calls a day, and there was a big list of candidates, and we had to call and we had to convince them and gain their trust, because if anyone is just randomly calling you for saying that we have a job opening, will you be able to work with us, people will just say no, no, you people are fake, just shut up and cut the call. So we've gone through that phase as well. It was really hard to gain their trust, and a lot of them, they had lost hopes as well, because a lot of them had done the same thing. So we tried to convince them, we gained their trust, and we were successfully able to place over 400 specially abled candidates in different companies like Flipkart Warehouse, Amazon Teleperformance, Vindhya Infotech, Big Basket, and so on. And we have given we this project is still going on. So we're just giving trainings and all that for specially able candidates, and we have trained over 800, 900 candidates as of now till date, and it's still going on. This was just a brief on the project that we had done. We didn't go on social media, we didn't create any social media handles, or we weren't able to get any pictures, because this completely happened online. We got in touch with the people through calls, and everything happened online. So I'm sorry if I couldn't share any pictures about that. So yeah, this was just the project I done.
Sanjana, which place are you from?
Bangalore. I stay in Bangalore.
So all of this work happened
In
online.
Bangalore.
Okay.
I mean, our team was based in Bangalore, but we had candidates from Andhra, we had candidates from Tamil Nadu. So the database we received, we had candidates from from different places, from rural side. When we had candidates from rural side, when we asked them to take up training, they said we don't have resources. So at that point of time, we got in touch with the panchayat there, we got in touch with any road track club that was there, and we made sure someone was there with a laptop or a phone to make sure that person attended the training or gave his interview. So it was, yeah, this was what we did. But we are based in Bangalore. The team of 5 people who came up with this project were in Bangalore.
That's great. What was your motivations to start working for this?
During this pandemic, I mean, definitely a lot of people lost their jobs. And first thing that we thought was, okay, like people who lose their jobs, I mean, they are I mean, like, they can, they can still apply and get their job. They are like, compared to especially able people, they are a little privileged. Like, I won't say they are also, like, I'm not going to distinguish between them, but comparatively, when you compare specially able, we just came out really successful. We were awarded the best project in South Asia as well by the Rotract district.
Yes, got it.
Yeah, Sanjana, just one. I think what has been your biggest learning so far from this journey? This is like again amazing work. Kudos to you and your team. But for you as a person, what has changed in Sanjana by doing this project so far?
By doing this project, one thing I learned is that I am blessed with everything that I have. Having a good college to study, having education, or working, or probably everything that we're doing on a daily basis, being able to do it normally is a blessing. Because I have, I spoke to a lot of candidates who had just one hand or one leg, and listening to their difficulties and the problems they face on a daily basis, being, some people were bullied as well, so they were not treated properly, and there were a lot of things. And what I learned is that definitely I am blessed, and I shouldn't just crib over anything that I have in my life. I shouldn't brag or crib or nothing. I'm completely blessed, like totally blessed. So I realized the value of life that time. Yeah, so that was the biggest learning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sanjana. Yeah, Simran, go on.
So up next is Rasha, Preetika, and Lekha. Actually, Preetika told me that she'll be doing it in the end. So
Okay.
we can go with the next one. Rishabh and Siddharth.
Yep. Hi. Hi, everybody. Hi, Rishabh. Hi,
Hi,
Anya.
Pawan. Hi, Arnya.
Yeah, Rishabh, can you share the screen?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, Rishabh, we can see the screen. Thank
Yeah,
you.
sure.
Yeah, guys. So this is a startup which we're working right now. It's a idea which we got like around 6 months back, and we have been putting on all our soul and sweat into it, and we have been developing this platform as of now. So why Hypergrid? I'll come to this point in the end. So yeah, Rishabh, can you just wait before you go a bit front? You guys can identify the picture behind, saying which street it is. Anybody?
MG Road.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So, and can anybody tell me what is the biggest problem in the street that everybody faces when you go there?
Parking.
Yeah.
Parking,
Thank
yeah.
you. On spot. Yes, that's the park. That's the problem which we're planning to solve, and this is our way of approach. As not only MG Road, you go to Malleshwaram or you go to any of the streets. Church Street, though, oh God, everybody knows about it. There have been no parkings here, and we're trying to manage this. So we're trying to organize this, and through the process. Okay, so majorly we found out these three problems: where to park. Obviously, people like us who have gone to like or planning to go to MG Road, we reconsider the thought, saying, okay, there is no parking there. Let's not go there. Let's go out of the city. Let's stay out of the city. Parking is one issue, and second issue is obviously traffic. And one of the situation gave rise to this idea was I was in Malleshwaram, where we were with my family and we were going for a shopping. And parking in Malleshwaram was horrible. We didn't find anywhere in the main streets, so we ended up parking in a residential street inside. And soon realized that the vehicle where we had parked was not there anymore as soon as we came back. And but yeah, one thing I saw was the residential area there, the apartments which were there, the parking lots of those apartments were empty. So the space was not well utilized. So we thought, why not people who are having a parking space could list their parking spot on a platform, which is giving live data saying, okay, there is no car parked in my parking lot. You can come over and park your vehicle here. So that's how we thought of improvising the idea, and we went on doing it. And meantime, we also found out the problem of electric vehicles. Rishabh,
Yeah.
there's some disturbance here. I'm sorry.
Uh, Not from my side.
Okay. Yeah, so then we went on to try to solve the problem. Then we spoke to two, three apartments, and we did our survey saying how many parking lots are available in a daytime, and how many usually when it's occupied and stuff. So what we came out of the survey was usually people take their vehicles out when they're going to office. So that time the parkings are empty. Usually for the time frame of 9 to 4 in the evening, you have empty parking lots at most of the residential places. And we thought, why not list those parkings and list those parking spots into the app, and people could come here and park your vehicles there, which is much more secure, safe, and easy to find out. One more major problem is when you go to such streets, you keep running around, looking around, saying, where is the parking? You burn your fuel, you burn your patience, you burn everything, majorly time, obviously, everybody knows. And in the end of the day, if you're finding a parking, feel lucky and you're happy enough to park your car there. So that's it. And then we came out with the problem of electric vehicles. How we actually, this came along with the problem, like when we were trying to solve the problem of parking. We didn't know how to recognize a vehicle or what technology could tell us ki there's live availability and all those stuff. Then we realized we could also solve one more problem, which is a critical problem right now, which is going to come in next 2 to 3 years. We know that electric vehicles are going to be the next thing. Like any government minister is already claiming that by 2028 or 30, we'll almost be 80 to 90% electric. So we thought there was another problem which we saw. Like people are buying electric vehicles, very few. The major cause of not buying electric vehicle is range anxiety, as everybody knows. Why is this range anxiety? Because there are no charging infrastructure in our country. And then we realized that every person buying this vehicle already gets a charger at his place. And he's exposed to only that one charger and the public chargers, which the company sets up. Right now, it's just Ather who's doing the public charging stations, and Bescom is doing. But what about the chargers which are at other people's home? Like if I'm buying an Ather, I get a Ather grid. And apart from that, my friend also is in Malleshwaram and he buys an Ather grid. So Ather, he gets a grid. But I'm not access to that grid. What if all these grids were listed on a platform and it automatically is linked with the parking? So you don't have to worry about range anymore. Immediately you're exposed to not one charging, you're exposed to hundreds and how many ever vehicles are sold in that particular city. You're exposed to so many charging units. So then we came up to integrate these two ideas and try to solve each other problem. And Rishabh, can you move to the next one?
Yep.
Yeah, so this is the app UI which Rishabh has developed, thankfully. Rishabh, you want to zoom in?
It won't zoom in right now, but all the screens will be visible in the forward slides.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so this is a brief glimpse of how the app is going to look. We have worked on it. So Rishabh will be presenting it. Rishabh, yeah.
So basically what we thought was that we would have to be minimalistic and yet we have to be precise about what the users should see. So I went like many iterations. I've been like working on this for the past 2 months. I first went on with the wireframes and all, like many layouts were designed, but finally I got to know that like, yeah, if we could have something easier for them to navigate through, it would be better, lot better. Like they wouldn't have to think, you just have to like swipe, click, done, that's it. So this was the like starting onboarding screens that we developed. Like we developed around 30 to 35 screens till date, but like we have showcased around like 15 of them till here because the rest of them are not that good. We are working on that still. So this the first screen is the one that will like pop up launch on the launch. Second one would be the login. Third one would be the register or login site one. Then sorry. Then this is the main UI. So the first thing you see is this thing, entire thing would be for the parking, and this would be for the charging station. So if you see the three buttons right here on the hamburger menu, when you click on them, you'll have the three. I think I have that. I'll show you guys in a couple of minutes. So we have listed out. There's this will the middle screen will be out in the listing where you can have C for charging stations, and the first screen would be for the parking, because our primary goal is to address the issue of parkings. So the parkings would be like you just click on this screen will pop up where wait, yes, I have that. These are the splash screens. Okay. So this, when you click on this, you will find this screen where you'll get all the info, like where it is, how much will it charge, about it, the price tariff. The on weekdays will have separate, on weekends will have separate, and then you can go on. You can select which slot you need to be put your car in, and then you reserve it. You make the payment, and you'll see the confirmation on that. So these are some mock-ups that we prepared. Like I'll share you the screen shortly. I'll show you more screens on that. And so our goal was to be a one-stop solution to all your parking and charging problems, like connecting everything just in one thing, like parking also and charging also, because electric is gonna be the future. Yeah, if many people will disagree at that point, but no, the charging electric vehicles are gonna be the future. So we try to incorporate both of them. I'll share you the interface. Wait, sorry. Okay, so so here you go. This will be like when you land out here, you'll see, you'll click on this, then you go on to this, then you'll select which one you want, and then you will confirm your bookings, you will pay, then you'll get a confirmation on that. So this was the hamburger menu I was talking about. So in the home, you'll have the one, this one that I was talking about, the parking one. And on the listings one, you'll have the electric site. And in the explore, we plan to get in some like mechanics and more like petrol pumps, more charging stations and all. We like many other things have been planned out that will showcase later on. So yeah.
Thank you, Rishabh. Yeah, guys.
Any questions? Like to answer that. So right now, how are you guys raising the capital, and what do you see as the key bottleneck for your startup?
Yeah, so right now we are in talks with a particular OEM who is already developing an electric vehicle. This OEM is called NDS Motors, and they have requested for a few number of chargers. So right now we are developing those chargers. So in those chargers, we are also implementing a Teltonica device, which is a telematic device. And hence in future, we will also be able to give out data, analytic data, saying, 1 minute, I'm sorry.
To what the grid load is. Like obviously in future, we know that once everybody is using electric vehicles, charging it at home, there will be a lot of mismanagement of grid. So once we provide this data to the area-wise district BESCOM or anything like that, they would be able to analyze and supply so much of this thing. So that's the thing. And 1 minute, I'm facing some issue. Yeah. So that's how we are going about right now. And bottlenecks, funds, we have not raised anything as of now. Whatever we are operating is at self-funded. Yes.
Okay, I think Rishabh at least knows that we're doing something to do with BMSIT Connect, and he's actively supporting with the whole, along with the rest of the social media team to a larger thing. So he knows a little bit of it. For the rest of you, especially who are joined in, we also are already officially launched. We have something called Business and Enterprise Unit or Pillar, you can call, within the BMSIT Connect project, So the whole idea of that unit is to support and strengthen the entrepreneurship which is developed by students, alumni, and including faculty in future. So we are definitely discussing on how to, have the cohorts or how to basically have seed funding. In your case, since you already advanced and you already identified a couple of OEMs, Siddharth and Rishabh, we can actually have a, one-on-one talk. Just call for a talk, Rishabh, and we can discuss with you.
Yeah, sure.
We can already help you with the initial funding, because right now this is a competition. That's okay, but other than that, we would be very happy to discuss with you one-on-one for the initial seed funding for your startup. We can definitely do that in the next coming days.
Sure, Pawan, sure.
So just call for a meeting with Aranya I, and then we will take it to the faculties and get it approved in a week or two maximum.
Sure, Pawan, sure. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Any more questions from anyone? Aranya?
Thank you.
Oh, just curious on the practical problem of a lot of apartments would not allow like other people, cars, and all to come in. How do you just plan to address that? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, so when a person is registering on the app, he surely has to go through the process of KYC, and we will verify it like that. So initially, even we came across this problem that what if a person has a bomb in his car and he goes parks it inside a apartment or anything like that.
Mhm.
And then we saw how Airbnb was tackling this problem. So basically, even terrorists could stay in somewhere like that through Airbnb. So they solved this problem through the process of KYC, registering the person, and through MyGate app we could collaborate and we could have a proper.
MyGate was my next next thing that
Yeah.
I was going to say. Sounds
So
good.
we could have a QR system which should say that this particular person is legit through the process of KYC, and we could generate a new QR code, and the QR code could be linked up with the MyGate app, and he could scan it there, and we'll know what is the check-in and check-out time, and we'll know the authenticity of it.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Yep.
Yeah, that's great, guys. So their project was a part of the Innovator Award. Next, we'll call upon Adityan. And then also we have Mr. Srinivas with us, who was a participant for the Social Impact Award. We'll take you later, sir. So now, Adityan, you there?
Yes, Adityan is here. I will be presenting my screen right now. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
All right, perfect. Hi guys, I am Adityan here from EC 4th semester, and today I'm going to speak on a revolutionary solution to a problem that has been consistently being faced by the aviation industry, presenting to you the Predator drone, and we believe that it is the future of the aviation industry. Developing the Predator drone started off with a simple question. That is, how can we save lives and how can we impact an industry as a whole? Like any other project, this project also aims to solve a problem that has been faced by an industry. And here we're going to try to solve the problem of bird strikes. So what is bird strike? Just to briefly explain, when aircrafts fly, there could be other birds in the vicinity, and engines often operate at really high speeds, and the engine tend to suck in the birds that are flying in the vicinity, or the birds could just fly into the engines. So when this happens, aircrafts have to execute something called an emergency landing, and depending on the availability of a runway or an airstrip nearby, the results of the emergency landing could be drastic, right? If there is a runway nearby, then the possibility of the aircraft being safely landed is very high. But what if there are no there are no airstrips nearby? So this is where the Predator drone comes in. So the reason why we built this kind of system is one is that bird strikes are a significant threat to flight safety, and they have caused many unavoidable incidents in the past. So if you look at, there was an incident where in the United States where Cactus 1549 was involved, and the whole aircraft had to be discarded, and the aircraft had to execute an emergency landing in the Hudson River. Right there, the whole hull of the aircraft was damaged. Then, speaking of monetary losses, every year over 1.2 billion US dollars is gone on uh, working on aircrafts due to damages that have been caused by bird strikes, and not to forget the hundreds and thousands of lives that have been caused due to bird strikes. So one more reason is that ineffective avian denial systems. So right now in India, if you look at, for example, India, what happens is that whenever airport authorities or any Indian Air Force or any military base or any airstrip for that matter spots a bird in the vicinity of their airport, what they do is immediately they launch something called an explosive device, and the sound of that uh, basically scares off the bird, and then it is only a temporary solution. So the airport authorities have to be active and always need to have an eye in the air and make sure there are no birds coming in, all that. So it is a very tedious process. So this is where the predator drone comes in. So my teammate Akin will be explaining more about how this works. Akin, over to you.
Yes, thank you, Artin. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Akin, and I'll be explaining about the block diagram VAR project. So now in airports these days, the radar station continuously monitors and looks out for drones. I mean drones, aircrafts, and birds. And now once a flock of birds are spotted using the radar, the ATC checks if they pose a threat to flight safety, and if they are in the path of a flight, then the ATC sends the coordinates. I mean feeds the coordinates of that particular location to the drone. Then the drone takes off while continuously emitting sounds of predator birds. And now once the drone is near the flock of birds, the birds on hearing the sounds of their predator think they are in danger, and they deter away from that course. And now once it is safe, the drone comes back or it returns to home and goes to the docking station and waits for its next mission. So this is our whole project. And again, I think, can you show the results?
Yes, I'll be showing a video. So this is actually an FPV footage. FPV stands for first person view, where we mounted a camera over the drone, and this is what the drone sees. See, all the static and noise is coming into the screen only because this is an analog FPV system where, of course, there will be a lot of noise involved. So you can see that how when the aircraft approaches birds, the birds tend to fly away. We haven't tested the system in any of the airfield or airports in India as of now, but we are in talks with Indian Air Force officials in conducting a test, and hopefully we could be doing it in the coming next few months. So this test was done. The video that you see here was a test that was done in one of the lakes in Bangalore. So that is it for the video. I will just quickly run through the project, the drone that I have here. So is my video visible? All right. So this is a drone. The drone here is a quadcopter. It has the 4 motors and 4 propellers. Each motor comes with a propeller. And this here is a camera. So this camera is used for the live video footage that we get, also called as FPV footage. And each motor, we are using BLDC motors here. BLDC stands for brushless DC motors, since they are much more efficient than brushless motors. So we're using brushless DC motors because they're much more efficient than brushed motors. And brushless DC motors often require something called an ESC. ESC stands for electronic speed controllers. They're used for controlling the speed of the motor, as the name suggests, right? And then we have all the electronics inside here. We have the flight controller, which is basically the brain of the drone, and we have video transmitter. Then we also have the radio receiver, which is used for manually controlling the drone. And here is the camera that is used for live footage. And this, what you see here, is a stubby antenna, which is used for transmitting video footages. Also inside, we have antennas that operate on 2.4 gigahertz, which is used for manually controlling the drone. And this is the connector wire for the battery. And this is the main part. This is the speaker. So since this is only a technology demonstrator, we have used the speaker that was available with us, and this speaker will emit sounds of predator birds and make sure that airstrips or any protected airspace has to be denied access to birds. So I think that is it from our side. Now we are open to any questions from the judges' side.
I think it's a very interesting topic, and actually, my master thesis was on bird strike, so you were kind of very much in line with it when I was working with Rolls-Royce back in UK in Derby. This was it when Airbus 380 was being developed. We were working on this project specifically to understand the bird impact, what you talked about, and you were trying to look into solutions using different kinds of materials within the aircraft engine, which can actually prevent the fatality, what you mentioned about. I'm not followed up because I've changed my course of direction from this field more into management now. But for me, one thing is this is quite unique, quite interesting, but also the number of burst strikes happening. Of course, the losses is very high when it happens, but the number of burst strike happening on a regular basis is in single digit or less than say 20, 25 in a year, if I'm not wrong, from the data what I remember from 2010s. So my question to you is, how will you able to sell this idea, which is very unique and but at the same time it's very niche? So, and then secondly, for example, have you thought about some kind of a sound making device within the aircraft itself, which can actually emit noise, predator noise, what you talked about? I don't know. I'm just thinking about it loud, but I would like to hear your thoughts on it. What is the main competition? How you can be experts in this niche compared to anyone out there in the market is what I'm more curious to know about.
Sir, speaking on the number of incidents that have been happening, the incidents from back in the year, it has definitely increased, because you too might be knowing that the main reason for birds to be attracted towards aircrafts or airfields is basically garbage, right? Birds are attracted to them. So that is how the aircrafts, the birds come into the area, right? And so because of growing human population, of course, number of bird strikes have improved drastically over the period of time. And speaking of how can we pick up the market, it is today's date we have a lot of solutions to tackle bird strikes, but none of them are as efficient as we predict the predator drone can be, right? We have some airports within India itself use a system called I'm not getting the name of the system, but what it does is it will have large speakers installed within airports, and these speakers will be emitting huge sounds. Okay, so this is one system. Another system is where the airports and airfields install pictures of predator birds. Sorry. So what happens in this case is that birds often get adapted to this. So you might be able to fool birds into them believing that this could be a predator bird there. But for a few weeks, you might be able to fool them. But then over period, they get adapted to it and realize that this is not a predator bird. So they get adapted to it. But if you look at the project here, we're talking about predator drone. Here, the whole system is mobile, right? The in air, not in ground, in air. So which changes the whole topic itself. So we think that the predator drone could be one of its kind measure to countermeasure for bird strikes.
Okay, interesting. One more thing I have, there's a food for thought for you guys, is like, again, when a drone is trying to the video what you showed, right? When you're trying to go close to the flock of birds, again, it depends on the kind of birds they are, because not every bird have the same path. Some of them go in flocks, some of them just disperse in different direction. That can also cause indirect effect on the flight path or whatever it is. How is that going to be corrected using the predator? Have you thought about it? Because I think right now the assumption is that all the flock is going to fly out in the same direction, in one direction. But if they disperse in different directions, how do you control that? Because that can also significant effect on your impact.
Right, sir. Sir, right now, present day commercial airports do have systems to detect birds, but not to deny access to those birds, right? We will have to deploy multiple drones from a particular direction, which makes sure that birds do not have access to that particular direction itself. So maybe that could tackle the problem that you just said.
Cool. Thank you. Very interesting project. Yeah.
Thank you. Aranya, do you have any questions for us?
No, I actually all since the beginning had the same question Pawan had. Like, what if you're just putting the birds in the path of the aircraft, or what if the birds start attacking the drone or things like that? Because you never know how they will start reacting after some time. So just wanted to know if you have a thought or solution for that.
But think about this. I don't know if you thought about it, Adityan and Akin. I've seen this quite a lot in UK, at least. I think in India also it happens, or at least in UK, I've seen there are a lot of what do you say, shepherds, right? The dog shepherds, which really control the path. They've been trained in a very specific manner to control the path of the sheeps or goats or whatever. So I'm just thinking if that some similar logic can be applied towards your drone. Again, it depends, right? If it's a one bird or if it's 10 birds or if it's 100 birds, it's very different evaluation one needs to do. But that's something you can reflect and take some ideas from those existing solutions.
Right, sir. We will give it a thought.
It's not a doubt, but I want a clarification. During the takeoff time, you intend to first send the drone out, which will emit sound and then chase the birds, right?
I couldn't get your question. Akshay, could you please repeat it?
Oh, it's not a question. I want a clarification.
Okay.
Your project says that first, during the takeoff time, the drone first goes out there, emits sounds, and then chases the birds. Or
Yes.
is it like that?
Yes.
We will hold the aircraft takeoff. We'll make sure the flight path is clear, and then we'll allow the plane to take off. ATC gives the permission.
Okay, fine. Got it. That was a really cool idea. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Next, can we have Mr. Srinivas? He's for the Social Impact Award.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So I'm Srinivas, and I'm an alumni of BMSIT from 2014 batch. I do not have any slides to show to you. Sorry for that. I'll be speaking for some time. Is it okay?
Yeah, it's completely okay.
Okay. So I'm Srinivas. Like after passing out from 2014, after passing out in 2014 from BMSIT, I joined as site reliability engineer in Zynga Games, Bangalore, and like I was while working in Zynga, I was involved in like social activities such as I was working as traffic warden in Bangalore Traffic Police Organization. And then after working for about 10 months, I decided to take up public service full time. So I quit the job in 2015, and then I opted for a career in public service. So I appeared for several exams, and I got 305 rank in Group 2 services in the state of Andhra Pradesh. And then I was allotted to Board of Secondary Education. It is called Directorate of Government Examinations. It is the head of the department in Amravati, which is a present capital city of Andhra Pradesh. Like presently, I'm working as senior assistant in Directorate of Government Examinations. So in the last about three years, 2 months, like I have tried to impact the work which the government is doing. I have tried to reduce the traditional bureaucratic apathy or red tapeism, which generally happens in the government, and most of my time went into implementing e-governance initiatives in the department. So what used to happen is this department was created in 1969, but till today even though it comes under education department, the amount of technology which we were using was very less. So after I joined, like with the help of my director, we expedited the process of implementing e-office, which brought more transparency and accountability among the more than 120 employees of this office. And later that, and like we made a digital platform for this office. There was already a website, but very few people were aware of it. So whenever so in the last year admission for the examination process, I first time like, created a digital YouTube page and Google Maps page and for this office, and we along with the director made videos for the benefit of the public. So we showed everything like so there are about 11,000 schools in the state of Andhra Pradesh, and so like about we got just in a very short span of time we got about 830 subscribers to our department channel, and more than 35,000 views were there, which which like if that initiative was not there, those 35,000 people would have called our office and would have struggled to get the information. So that was one thing. And then apart from that, there was a like I was part of drafting the two very important committee reports actually. One was on the like the recently there was a in 2019 2020 there was national new educational policy which was announced by the government of India, and to implement that in Andhra Pradesh there is a different board of secondary education and board of intermediate education. So to implement the national education policy, uh, our department has constituted a committee to study the impact and how to go up, what is the procedure which should be followed to implement that. I was in that committee, and I drafted the complete report. How it can be done, and what are the things, what are the pros and cons of doing such a thing. And then like our director has constituted another committee to study the reforms like which can be brought into our office. So me along with my deputy commissioner and other two members of the committee went to other prestigious institutions like Andhra University, JNTU Kakinada, Board of Intermediate Education, Andhra Pradesh Open Schooling Society, and we studied the reforms which they were undertaking, and then we took out some of the best practices and we presented in our report to the director. So like from the in the 3 years I worked in 4 different sections in the department, such as initially I was in establishment, then budget, then examination processing section, and presently I'm in charge superintendent of IT section also. So presently I'm like and while working in this department, I get off on 2 weekends, Saturday and Sunday. So I last year I used to work with an NGO called Make a Difference, which was in Bangalore also, which was there in Bangalore also. So Make a Difference, as part of the NGO, I was like there. What happens is generally the volunteers will be we go to unprivileged students and then we teach them. So I was teaching for ninth class students, like in some subject of mathematics. Like that was an NGO activity which I was doing along with my service. So presently, as an in-charge superintendent senior assistant of IT section, I'm working on digitizing the complete process of services. So every year, approximately 10,000 people come to our office or approach our office through mails or post to mails or post, and they take services of the department, whichever maybe like DPCs or migrations or other certificate, or like whoever is going to foreign will apply for the transcripts of the certificates and all these things. All this was digital. All this was not digital until today, so it will take approximately more than 10 days to get a service from the department. And it is since there are no regional branches for the office, people have to come all over from all over the state to the capital city. The if you take the like Andhra Pradesh has a long coastline of 974, so people have to travel at least 6 to 7 hours minimum to come to the Amravati region. So we are digitizing the complete process of like offering the services, and it will impact at least 6.25 lakh people who are who are presently taking up the examinations, or who are in the present 10th class in the state of Andhra Pradesh. And along with that, like that will be the biggest reform from the year 1969, like from the inception of this office. So that was the work which I was doing after initially when I took up the decision to come into public service. Like Maybe I wanted a different department to working, but after I was allotted to department, I did whatever I could to help the public, like whoever calls me or whoever comes to my office, whoever comes to my section. Most of the time, no one was dissatisfied with the service we're providing. So that was all. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Srinivas. It's great to see incredible work which has been done on educational sector specifically and on the digitalization, specifically transforming the digital aspects and all the other incredible work you've been doing and working. So thanks for sharing your inputs and also your inspiration to the rest of the people in the crowd here. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Any questions, please?
Aranya, you have any? Or yeah.
No questions.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So that was great, Srinivasa. So next will be Varsha, Preetika, and Lekha. They are from both social impact and entrepreneurial.
Yes, thank you so much, Simran. A very good afternoon to everybody present on this meet. I'm Preetika and I'm joined by my teammates Varsha and Lekha. So I'd like to present my screen and show you the video to set context to our project. Is my screen visible? Okay, is the video visible?
Yes, it is. Yes, so this is for the social impact.
Hey there. According to the World Health Organization, nearly 2.2 billion people across the world are either blind or suffer from severe vision difficulties. They experience continuous challenges in performing basic day-to-day activities. Considering that 90% of all information processed by the human brain is visual in nature, losing access to such significant amount of information can definitely feel so limiting and isolating. I, Preetika, along with my teammates Varsha and Lekha, wanted to do something about it. As a part of our research to understand their problems and get to know their daily lifestyle better, we interviewed Mr. Rizwan, Sufyan, and Ravi, who are students at the Ideal Blind Foundation and are blind from birth.
ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಸೈಯದ್ ರಿಜ್ವಾನ್. ನಾನು ಬೈ ಬರ್ತ್ ಬ್ಲೈಂಡ್. ಈಗ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲಾದರೂ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಹಸಿತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ತಗೊಳಕ್ ಹೋದಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ತಗೋತೀವಿ, ಕಿಲೋಗಟ್ಟಲೆ ತಗೋಬೋದು, ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಅಂತ. ಅವಾಗ ತಗೊಳಕ್ ಹೋದಾಗ ಕೆಲವೊಂದ್ಸಲ ದುಡ್ಡು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಏನು ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಆಗ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದ್ ಸಲ ಕಲ್ಲು ಬಂಡೆಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಅಡ್ಡಡ್ಡ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಮಾಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವೇನಾದ್ರು ತಗೊಳಕ್ ಹೋದಾಗ ಈ ವಸ್ತು ಯಾವ ಆಕಾರದಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಹಾಗೆ ಯಾವ ವಸ್ತು ಇದು ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕು. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ರವಿ. ನಾನು ಫೈನಲ್ ಇಯರ್ BA ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ನಾನು ಬೈ ಬರ್ತ್ ಬ್ಲೈಂಡ್. ನಾನ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಬಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ನಾವು ಟಿಕೆಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ, ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಆ ಟಿಕೆಟಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಬರ್ದಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಅವ್ರ ಕೈಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಆ ಅಮೌಂಟು ಅವರು ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಅವ್ರು ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಹೋದಾಗ ನಾವು ಈಗ ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗಳು ಇರ್ತವೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮ್ ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಯಾವ ಫ್ಲೋರ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋ ಪ್ರಕಾರನೇ ಆ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಬರ್ದಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಏನ್ ಬರ್ದಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಆಪ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಸೇರಿಸಿ ಒಂದೇ ಆಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಸುಫಿಯಾನ್ ಅಂತ. ನಾನು ಬೈ ಬರ್ತ್ ಬ್ಲೈಂಡು. ನಾನು ಹೇಳೋದೇನಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಈಗ ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ ರೋಡಲ್ಲಿ, ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ರು, ಅವರು ಯಾವ ಆಕಾರದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ,
ಅವರು ಯಾವ ಕಲರ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅವರು ಕೋಪದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರಾ ಅಥವಾ ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದಾರಾ ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ ಆ ಆ್ಯಪಲ್ಲೇ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇದು ಕಲರ್ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂಗೆ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ನಮಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಇಷ್ಟವಾಗತ್ತಂಥ ಕಲರ್ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ, ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಒಂದೇ ಆ್ಯಪ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋ ಕಲರ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ನಾನು ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
Independence. The dictionary defines it as the ability to live your life by yourself without being helped or influenced by others. We thus built Visualize, an intelligent camera app that narrates the visual world around you. Tailor-made to empower the blind and low vision community, our app harnesses the power of AI to speak out the visual world around you, be it objects, people, currency, text, color, facial emotions, and much more, boosting their independence and self-reliance without having to seek help from strangers or other sighted individuals. How it works? Simply aim your phone's camera at the required surrounding and choose from a bunch of different available modes depending on the activity that you wish to perform. The AI will then tell you what it has recognized in the image. As a future enhancement to increase the usability, we also plan on incorporating our app with hardware wearable devices such as glasses and a smart walking stick. The onus is on us, the makers, the designers, and the engineers in the crowd to make the world a more inclusive and accessible place to everybody. We're super excited for a future in which AI, when applied in a meaningful way, can have a truly positive impact on the world.
I hope the video is completely visible with the audio. Okay, I'd like to present a presentation to give you further insights about our features and the specifics of the app. So, introducing Visualize. Turn the visual world into an audible experience by hearing what you see. A Swiss knife AI for the blind and visually impaired. So this is presented by my teammates, Varsha, Lekha, and myself. So like I described in the video, the motivation was to boost the independence and self-reliance of the nearly 2.2 billion people across the world who are either blind or suffer from severe vision difficulties. So like I mentioned in the video, the user is a blind person, right? He has no idea what's around him. Say, for example, he's in a park and he wishes to sit. He wouldn't know where to find a bench. Even if the bench was right in front of him, he wouldn't know. If he wants to read something, say his mail or even the daily newspaper, he will have to find it written in Braille, or he would have to seek help from another sighted individual. If he gets lost in a crowd, it would be hard to locate and find his friends or family. While paying at a shop, he might end up paying a 500 note instead of a 100 note. Our app seeks to address just all of these problems and much more. With our app, all he would have to do is point his camera at the required surrounding, choose a mode from a bunch of different available modes, and click a picture. The AI will then speak out what it has recognized in the image. Let's take a look at all of the available modes you can pick from, depending upon the activity that you wish to perform. So the first mode is the text read mode, wherein it reads out any printed or handwritten text from any surface, be it on food packaging, posters, newspapers, door numbers, etc. The next mode is the person mode, which can recognize faces and also tells out names of friends, family, celebrities, or any person that was taught to the AI, along with the relationship to that person. Like, for example, we taught the AI the face of Varsha, a team member, and the relationship we gave it as sister to the blind person. So whenever Varsha appears in the frame of the camera, it would detect Varsha, say out Varsha's name, while also saying the relationship to the person. The next mode is the scene description mode. This gives an overall description of the overall scene around you by recognizing objects, people, places in it. The next mode, which is the currency mode, it speaks out the denomination of the currency note the camera is pointed at. This can be very useful while making payments. The color mode, it speaks out the identified color. This can be useful while shopping for clothes or picking something to wear. Emotion, this recognizes facial emotions and says if the person is happy, sad, angry, disgusted, or neutral. The product mode, this can be useful while shopping for groceries or food products in a mall or any store. So this basically scans barcodes on products to give its name and further information about it. Now, the teach face feature is wherein you can teach faces to the AI, and these faces, it can be the friends, family, colleagues, or anybody. And when these faces come in the camera frame, they would be detected and their name would be called out, letting the blind person know that such and such person is visible in the frame or is around you. The next feature is actually a very interesting feature. It is the live video call feature. So for this, it connects the blind person to the first available sighted volunteer to provide live assistance through a video call. Sometimes you cannot completely rely on an app, and there might be things that the app might not be able to do itself. So in this case, to get first-hand information from a sighted volunteer, all the blind person would have to do is live video call the first available sighted volunteer, and then the sighted volunteer can help you solve any kind of problem that you might have. Say you would want to know the expiry date on a milk can, and you can just ask the sighted volunteer, and he would direct you on where to point your camera, and he would read out the expiration date for you. The next mode is the light mode. So this detects how bright your surroundings are with audio cues. This can be used to know if the light is on or off in a room, or you can scan the camera through the walls of your room to locate the location of a window, say. The next mode is the find object mode. So here you can find specific common objects around you, such as say a wallet, doorways, places to sit, trash cans, etc. This basically responds to commands like find my purse, find my blind stick, etc. While we interviewed the 3 students from the Ideal Blind Foundation, we realized that they had a lot of problem in navigation. And, when it comes to traveling, it would be hard for them to find a particular bus number. And even certain other sighted volunteers might misguide them. So we wanted a feature wherein it could detect the bus numbers, it would detect buses and read aloud the bus numbers. So this is about the visual features. So we also, as a part of our research, during our research, we found out that considerable data indicates that rates of depression and anxiety are elevated among people with visual impairments. Thus, an additional feature we aim on incorporating is to help connect the blind user to other visually impaired or disabled people, therapists, support groups, and communities, so that they can talk, share, and interact with to keep loneliness and depressive feelings at bay. For our future enhancements, in order to make the app visualize even more usable and easy to use, basically, we wanted to integrate our app with Visualize Glasses, which is a wearable device with an embedded camera, accessing all of the app's features, designed to be able to worn all day with its comfortable lightweight profile, without having to pull out and hold up your phone every time you want to know something. It could look something like this, the Visualize Glasses. The next hardware device that we want to incorporate our app with is a smart stick. So realizing that obstacle detection and navigation are amongst the pressing challenges of a blind person in his daily life, we intend to build a smart stick that can detect obstacles, be it steps, rocks, walls, or even water, in a 100-centimeter radius to the stick, by beeping with a higher tone as the obstacle gets closer. Also, it can speak out the approximate proximity of the obstacle, and it can notify the blind person when, say, a person or vehicle is approaching them. Another thing we wanted to include with the smart blind stick is that the smart blind stick shall have an emergency button which can be pressed by the blind user in times of crisis that shall send an SOS message to a trusted guardian, family, or friend, alerting them to reach out to the blind person immediately. Also, 24/7 live location of the blind person can be tracked by the guardian using GPS and maps. These are certain features to keep the blind person safe. So, to conclude, I'd like to say that the world around us today has been built for the convenience of the majority. Although technology has advanced tremendously, yet people with limitations and disabilities often seem forgotten. The onus is on us, the makers, the designers, and the engineers in the crowd, to make the world a more accessible and inclusive place for everybody. And Visualize is right on that mission to make the world's vast and wonderful information universally accessible to everybody. We strongly believe that our application would widely benefit the 285 million people across the world who are either blind or suffer from severe vision difficulties by helping them navigate their everyday lives and perform basic activities independently without any hassle or having to seek help from sighted individuals. We're super excited for a future in which AI, applied in a meaningful way, can have a truly positive impact on the world. I'd like to also present a little demo of our app.
Mode. A clock tower in front of a building. Accuracy 76%. A grassy field. Accuracy 68%. A large brick building. Accuracy 60%. A bookshelf filled with books. Accuracy 83%. A dog is laying on a brick sidewalk. Accuracy 58%. A car parked in the dirt. Accuracy 59%. Text read mode. Cycle, parking. Mahatma Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, October 2nd, 1869, January 30th, 194b. Road closed, for trucks, jeeps, cars and two-wheelers.
Yes, so that was the entire demonstration of the project. Now we're open for any questions, please.
First of all, incredible work, Pratika and team. It's amazing to see the kind of innovation and the thought process, and most importantly, trying to make a difference to the people who really need it. It's just a thought, an idea which came into my head is, can you actually integrate the solution what you're looking into along with Google Glasses, for example?
Yes, sir,
I'm not sure. Sorry?
So sorry, continue.
No, I was just thinking it was just a food for thought, right? Because Google Glasses is going to pick up for sure, and it's a matter of time that these things also will come, just like smartwatches. Maybe in a couple of years, we'll have a proper functioning one. But that integrated with what you guys are creating with this AI, I think this is like a super robust solution to resolve for many visually impaired people.
Sir, exactly. The the visualized smart glasses that I was talking about is actually, if we could actually reach out to them and get things done, it was meant to be with the Google Glasses itself, integrated with the technology of our app. Because, I don't think we'd be able to start working with like making a hardware glass as such from scratch. So we would want to like integrate Google Glasses with it itself. Yes, sir.
No, I think it's just incredible. I don't have any specific questions on this. Aranya or others?
No questions. But yeah, I mean, all of you are doing such great things. We're just overwhelmed, and we'll see what best we can do at college to support, and also how to have more of you guys to think more like this and do more things like this.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. And this was for the social impact as well as the innovator both.
Sure. Of course, it has
Yes.
both components.
I just had a little doubt. Like the app, there are different modes, right? So how do the blind people choose the mode?
Okay, exactly. So the Google Vision glasses in the side, where the stick which rests on your ear, that side of it, it would be a trackpad. Okay, so using gestures, now the blind person, suppose he swipes backward on the trackpad, it would go to a particular feature. If he swipes forward, it would go to the next feature, and so on. And there would be an embedded camera, so taking real time visual information from the blind person's surroundings at all time. And we also intend on making it on the basis of voice. The blind person doesn't really have to use gestures or need to have to press a button. Like that would be the most ideal thing that we could do. Like say he would just have to call out the feature that he wants to access, and then the feature would get accessed.
Oh, that's great. That's really, really good.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. So we can go to the next one. Up next is Dave, if he's there in the meet. Dave?
He's not there. How many is it for Innovator or is it for social impact?
No, he's for Innovator.
How many more are we left?
I guess we are left with 2-3 more. Praveen Kumar, I don't think he's there in the meet too.
May I say innovative?
Oh yes, there's Sushant next. Yeah. You, Sushant, Sahana, Srinidhi, and
A team of who?
yeah. You can go.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Sushant.
Yes, sir. So screen is visible. Now it's coming.
Yes,
Is it?
it's
Yes.
all good.
So good morning. Good afternoon, everyone. We have our team of 4 members: VP Sahana, Veenaji, Srinidhi, and myself, Sushant. Our team project name is Vehicle Accident Prevention and Alert System. If we talk about the introduction, these days so many accidents that happen in our area due to the vehicle, like car, bike, drink and drive. So we came up with the idea called automatic alert system for vehicles, because according to the report of National Bureau of India, 50 to 60% people could not able to pass the information to their family members at the and hospital at the time of accident. If we talk about 2017, 1,47,913 people died due to the accident. 2019, 1,51,000, 2019, 1,51,000. These are the numbers which are more than COVID cases also. If we talk about the another part of our project, some of the cases like a drink and drive. So we came up with the idea. So we are using an alcohol sensor. If the level of alcohol in the body is more than 50 milligram, so the car speed will go decrease, and at the end, the engine will automatically off. Now I'm going to play my demo video for our project. Actually, this demo video that we presented in the IISF, International Indian Science Festival, in front of our PM sir. Last time we selected for this. that time we are in the third semester. This is a GPS module Neo 6M, which is connected to the breadboard, and this is a GSM module SIM900A, and this we required a mobile phone to receive the message. And now you can see this is a 16:2 LCD display, which is showing the latitude and the longitude, and the white one is called a breadboard, and this wire called jumper wires, and we are giving a power supply. Now we restart our Arduino, and now you can see the location, the correct location. Now we are moving to other. This is an accelerometer. I will giving a vibration motion. Now it's detect the vibration motion. It will show to the display. Like, are you safe? Now it will pass the signal to the GSM module, which gives the signal. Now you can see that after the shaking of accelerometer, we got the message like he or she is not safe. And we did this experiment in my home. That's why it will show my location, my correct location. I put it my SIM card over there in GSM module. Now let me open this. Yeah, it will open it. Yeah, 1 minute, it will open. It's opening. It will open. Yeah, now you can see that my exact location where I am belonging to. You can see that. Alcohol is not detected yet, so the engine is running and the buzzer is not. See, this is MQ3 alcohol sensor. We are using DO for alcohol because alcohol amount is also present in DO. Now we are spraying a little amount, and now it will see we are putting towards that, and now it will detect the amount vapor, alcohol vapor. Now you can see. Now you can see the engine stop and the buzzer start emitting the sound, and when the alcohol level is go below that particular threshold level, then engine get automatically on and the buzzer get automatically off.
An accident victim was in pain for over 20 minutes. People around him can be seen taking videos, but nobody bothered to take him to the hospital. Perhaps he could have been alive today, but he has lost his life. This shocking incident once again exposes the fact that how we are a nation of online.
Now I would like to move on the PPT. How it's working actually. As you can see, this is a ADXL335. This is an accelerometer which can detect any motion in all the direction. Like we are living in the 3D space, X, Y, Z direction. Like as you know that Newton's third law of motion, according to Newton's law of motion, dV by dt is equal to dx by double differentiation of dx by dt. So if we talk about whenever the motion happen, it will detect it by this accelerometer, and which will send the signal to our Arduino Uno board. And then that time we are using a GPS module, global position system, which is connected to satellite. It can connect up to 22 satellite. It has their own language called NMEA language, which is receiving the signal from the satellite in the form of latitude and longitude, which send the signal when at the time of accident to the Arduino board in the form of Google Map, and for sending the messages to their family members and hospital, police, and so many people, those who are required. So we are using a SIM900A. So we are putting a SIM card over there in SIM900A for sending the message, and displaying we are using the output display called LCD 16:2. If we talk about the real life situation, because we are doing at the trial basis, because we need some. If we do on the real life situation, so many cars are coming with the car airbag. So in place of airbag, in place of accelerometer, we can put it airbag. So whenever the accident happen, airbag will turn it open. So that will send the signal. If we talk about the alcohol sensor, we are using a microcontroller. In place, we are using a microcontroller of Arduino Uno only, which is connected to alcohol sensor, which is connected to the MQ3. which detect the amount of alcohol present in the body. Whenever the alcohol level is more than a particular threshold level, then the motor will start the decreasing the speed. What in place of engine we are taking as example of motor, because we cannot show the entire engine. It's very difficult for us. So, and in place of horn, we are using a buzzer here. So whenever the level of alcohol is more than threshold level, the motor will start decreasing the speed and the buzzer will start emitting the sound. If we talk about the advantage of our project, so it's a very fast response and send exact location. Why? Because so many people living in the area of border area like Nepal border and northeast area, they doesn't have a proper network. But with our GPS system, that is Neo 6MA, that we are using a GPS model which can connect up to 22 satellite on 50 channels with the highest level of sensitivity. So for remote area also, it can able to send the location. Various technology has been introduced in market, but the price was very costly. But our project is very low, and in future we try to reduce the size of our project also, because as of now it's little look big. So we try to make it small, as small as possible. If we talk about it can be used if we do some kind of other modification in our project, so it can be used for the women's security, children's men, etc. These are the things that and the component that we are using, that Arduino Uno, it has a Atmega 328P microcontroller which receive the data from all the components. It's like a heart of our whole project, and we are using a GSM module to sending the message for the people who has a registered mobile. GPS module, global position system 6M, LCD 16x2 display, and the DC motor, that in place of engine we are using a DC motor, accelerometer to detect the vibration in all the three direction space, X, Y, Z, and motor driver, because the speed of the motor can be controlled through motor driver only. That's why we are using L293D motor driver, MQ3 gas sensor. It can detect gas also, alcohol also. We are using a Arduino IDE software, and it required a DC power supply. If we talk about the power supply also, it required a very less power supply, because it can work on the 2 10-watt battery, 2 or 3 10-watt battery. Even though so many different kind of power supplies there in the cars. If we talk about the vehicles also, in place of bikes also, now USB port is also available in the bikes, so we can use it. We are using a wires, breadboard. As of now, we are using a jumper wire, but we do on a large scale, we can use a normal wire also. And these are the snapshot of our project that we have done it. Thank you, sir. That's it from my side. So that's all from my side.
Great. Just one question is, where do you see your competitors are today in the market, and how do you differentiate yourself with your competitors if you want to launch a product into a next, like, scale up further?
If we talk about the even not a accident detection, normal GPS system in the market, it has a cost like 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. At least this much we have to pay it. And the sizes, sometimes the size can also vary. They can only track it, but they can't send the location. So with our product, its size is very less, because as of now we are in the 4th semester. We are learning the microcontroller. So as of now we are using Arduino Uno microcontroller that is in the market, that is available. But once we finish with our 4th semester, we are learning about the microcontroller. So in the upcoming days, we can build our own microcontroller with our own programming. So the size of the entire project will be very less, very less. So anyone can carry easily, and we can fit it anywhere in the car, vehicles, even in the oven safety purpose also. We can track it, the location, and the other thing also. Like that, we can differentiate it from others.
It's an exciting project. Yeah, congrats once again for the idea and the thought process.
Last time we presented in front of our PM sir and president sir in IISF. When we did this project, we shown to our teachers, and they told to apply for the IISF. So we applied, we shortlisted, and we have shown to the sir in December IISF last time.
Great, amazing.
Yes, thanks.
Have you thought about approaching any say vehicle manufacturers on a small scale at least, or some component developers to see if you can test or integrate or something like that, or garages?
As of now, we are talking about our teachers to if they can help it, because I was the new in the Bangalore, because my native belongs to Bihar, so I don't know anyone. So I spoke with my teachers. He said, "Can we test in the real life also?" So sir was, then again COVID came after third sem. I mean, even in the third sem also we are in the COVID phase, and then again after once our college opened for the exam, again we same situation happened. So till now we have not tested, but we have tested in our basis whatever we have in the home.
Yeah, of course.
I want to ask, how long did it take to build the system?
What? Sorry, come again.
How long did it take to build the system?
It required more than 6 months. After finishing of the second semester, when our teachers told us we have to make a PBL and all those things, so we started working. And in the beginning, just in the first sem, we in the physics cycle we were the C chemistry cycle. That time we were only, to be honest, before coming to the college, I didn't know anything about the programming. But later on, we learned the C in our course, and then later we search on the YouTube. So YouTube is one of the best source to learn anything. So we learn C++ language, and the Arduino IT has their own language called, I mean, there's a mixture of language C and C++. I can show you the code. You can look at this. These are the codes. I mean, we learn it from the YouTube, and we try to implement it one by one. First we borrow the component, and sometimes we buy from the Flipkart and all those things, and we try to test it every day. So in this way we can complete it.
Great work again.
Yes. Anything else?
I think that's it. We can move to the next candidate. Thank you again for you and your team, Sushant. Really very good job.
Thank you, sir.
Simran, do we have the other contestants coming back?
Actually, there are a few other contestants, but they have not joined the meeting. So I have been messaging them.
I think it's already quite a lot of time, isn't it? Because this is supposed to start long ago. Unless until it was emergency, we can consider them in the evaluation. Otherwise, with whatever we have got the information so far, me and Aranya can come with the conclusion.
Actually, but they've also given their entries in the Google form. So I guess that should be enough.
So do they have a video or anything that they've sent?
Yeah, the Google form, they put a video.
Okay, then we can go through it on later.
Yeah, sure. I think anyway, the results will be announced on the 17th at the closure. So I think it'll be a very difficult job for us. Me and Aranya, we were already talking because we had this wonderful platform through BMSIT Connect, which some of you might know, some of you are still getting to know it. We are thinking now, we wanted to start already on the business and enterprise. We would like to invite all the innovation ideas here today. Basically, we have 4 brilliant ideas, defended drones or I forgot the hyper grid, I think it was. And also Sushant's team. I don't know if you have a specific name, and also visualize. We would like to invite all of you next week for our discussion. Naksha and Simran, if you can arrange a meeting with Aranya I and also with Anant, the student lead for business enterprise, and we can go through the nitty-gritty. Say next week, like Wednesday or Thursday evening, we can go to the nitty-gritty, and we can already try to fund you the seed funding. Say, I don't know, we need to discuss internally, but we'll definitely have some kind of a seed funding which can help you guys to set it up. And then we will discuss like some kind of a 6 months program where we haven't started anything like that at BMSIT ever before. So you guys in a way will be guinea pig, but at the same time, you will help BMSIT grow, but also help yourself grow in this process. So we would like to invite you for that, but I would also like to hear from you. What do you guys think? The team leader of all the 4 projects, the innovator ones, what do you guys think about this kind of a setting, which we are proposing for all of you?
Excuse me, sir. Sorry to interrupt you. Actually, my turn is pending for Innovator award. Can I go ahead with my project?
So you also have another project, Sanskar?
Yes, even I registered for that.
Okay, we'll come back to that. But anyway, the open question is for everybody here who are from the innovators. What do you guys think about the idea we are proposing for you guys? Is it something exciting for you guys? Something you guys want to be part of?
Yes, yes, surely. It's a wonderful platform given to us, and we're very much happy and excited to be a part of it. Thank you so much.
Great. What about the rest from, say, Visualize or Rishabh and team? And
Yes, so definitely this would be something really great because at the moment, considering our limited assets, be it hardware or monetary, it would be great if we could have some external aid to just help us boost with whatever we currently have. That'd be great. Thank you, sir.
Sure. Okay, great. So I think we have one more left in that case, Naksha and Simran. We can finish that, and we can come back to the social one afterwards. So please invite these guys for a one-on-one discussion with us Wednesday or Thursday, specifically on the innovation thing, and we can start a new batch of cohort within BMSIT so that we can support 4 to 5 projects for this year and seed fund and also provide them all the other support which is required to succeed in their ideas.
Yes, we'll do that. Sanskar, you can go ahead.
Yeah, sure. Is I audible?
Now you're audible. Yes, go ahead.
Thank you so much.
A great man said, respect for food is a respect for life. Who
One second.
A great man said, respect for food is a respect for life. Who we are and what we do. As per statistics, a child dies from hunger every 10 seconds. 1 in 9 people go to bed hungry. And of course, there is extra food in our kitchen, but there is no one to take it and give it to the needy. Thus, taking an inspiration from our latest project, Smile Life, we started off with another beautiful project, Smile Bangalore. This project aims to raise awareness on food loss and wastage issues and introduce good practices conducive to food wastage reduction with an expected long-term impact. It also tries to uplift the needy men, women, kids, and homeless elderly people. So, here is a model of our website, the Smile Bangalore. It comes with various different features.
Okay, one thing. Since we're running out of time also, Sanskar, I would like to stop here. The question is this the same idea you had for Smile Udaipur, Smile Bangalore?
It's completely different, sir.
Okay, then go ahead.
Okay,
Go
sir.
ahead.
Funds, conduct campaigns, and become an active volunteer of our team. The COVID helpline on our website directs you to another official COVID website, which is a digitalized platform for the rollout of vaccines in our country. You can self-register with your mobile number and choose your slots for vaccination or download your certificate from the same. You can also get involved in projects like food and cloth distribution, Padega India, and join hands with us for a better world. For you never know what happiness a simple act of kindness will bring about. You can also download our app. By following 4 simple steps. Step 1, open the website. Step 2, click on Contact. Step 3, scroll down. And step 4, fill out the form and start getting right from today. Eat the food from hotels, restaurants, marriages, etc. In further days, we will also try to improve our app through AI, and you'll be able to ping your location without manually typing in.
I'm very happy to be here because I'm here with Life Ball, which I got from my friend as a birthday gift. I'm very happy for this product.
Now we will continue.
But my question, Sanskar, for you here is, what is different than what have you been doing, other than that this is a website for collecting the donation or doing some activities on this, no?
Yes, sir. Actually, this is a Smile Bangalore project. In this, we have created app and a website where we will connect. We already connected with 3 to 4 NGOs in Bangalore, and it's a basically platform where all the NGO will be connected, and through with the help of them, we will connect with the hostels, colleges, hotels, etc. And if they want to do anything, they just have to open website, click on contact, and they just have to mention the comments. We will go there and we will pick up and we will check the quality and all, and we will distribute to needy people.
Great. Have you checked? I've just sent the website called Too Good to Go. I use it a lot now in Norway myself. It's a wonderful website. It's the same thing what you've been doing. I think the advantage what you can take is making this app into multiple languages. That can really take your work into a different level. Think about it. Check about the Too Good to Go app. It's very simple and very user friendly, and it clearly shows where exactly the food is left, how much you can buy it for a lesser price. For
Oh.
example, I was there in college like 2 months ago, or yeah, 2.5 months ago, along with Aranya. We saw that in the hostel, the food waste was
Same.
it was like in 100 kilos just for one lunch.
Right.
So this is just one hostel. So imagine the whole college or the hotels and restaurants around Bangalore. So that can definitely make a huge difference, I would say, in the way you're thinking.
Yes, sir. Even I asked for my mess coordinator. He denied to give me extra food. But yeah, like we can think. Already we are thinking. We can connect with. It's like in Bangalore, around more than 300 colleges are there. It's like more than 300 mess. We have more than 300 hostels. We have. So we are connecting with them, and Dhruv will explain about the further.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon to all. As Sanskar, me and Pavitra are the part of this project. As we know, no food, no life. So we should save the food for the needy. As we came to Bangalore, we saw the problem of food wastage. So by seeing all this situation, we came up with the idea of Smile Bangalore, so that we can manage the wastage of the food for this. For this only, we are working on an application. Uh, as you can see, all this we have shown in the video that we are working on an application. This is our application that I'm presenting now on the screen. As we are working on. In this, our previous work, as we have done in the Udaipur, are also shown. And from here, clicking on the contacts and all the things, people can fill up the form and contact us. Yeah, here we can fill the name, contact number, address, email ID, and messages where we have to pick up the food, and we will collect and we will check the food by checking it, and then we will deliver it to the needy persons. Thank you.
So, adding on to it, we also have about raising funds and getting donations. If you're able to, if just focusing on our college alone, if you begin with a trend every week, we can actually name it as Smile Saturday. So, we during the weekend, right, we can make someone smile from this. So if everybody donates 10 rupees per week, so it's like every weekend people are getting money to chill during their weekends, and with this type of 10 rupees donation for a good cause would actually help so with this having a trend of Smile Saturday, this weekend make someone smile. If this actually works, at least in our college, it would be around if just in suppose we consider a class of 60 to 70 people, at the least considering 60 people, and everyone donates 10 rupees per a week, it's almost around 2,400 if for a month, which has at least 4 weeks in it, and then around 13 to 14 sections in a year, in the first year alone, it will make up to around 28,800, and there are more batches, and at least in engineering we have 4 batches in our college. So every month, if everyone is able to donate 10 rupees each day, every week, so it almost comes up to around 1 lakh itself. So with this money, not just going with the food drive, we can also help fund a person's education. We can also get, and when we're going with the food drive, there's always a possibility of the food being adulterated, or the food we get from the others, it's like it might not always be appropriate, or it might not always be good. So we can buy equipments to test the food they're actually donating. And yeah, certain things, if we are able to implement this way, maybe yes, we can go ahead and yeah. And also we have this AICT activities in our college, at least for engineering we have this. So we are basically we are asked to collect points from doing some social work. If you try to integrate with this, and people are actually paying off so much, like at least 500 per phase of the project. And so at least when it comes to our own project, if they are able to come connect here, and within our own college itself, we can start off something new for this AICT activities. Here they also they give 10 rupees per week. They also get involved in doing something for the society, so they can become a volunteer of this group. And if it goes on well, it would probably work a little better. It's a small thing I had to tell. Yeah.
Sir, actually, we are also working with this, working on another project. Through will
Yes, sir.
explain.
Sir, actually, we are working on a project of life ball also, sir. Sir, life ball is like, sir, it can be created as a gift also for someone on the Diwali or something like.
Yeah,
Or
I've
we
heard of
can,
that. I've
they can
seen
put.
it in Africa, quite widely
Yes, sir.
used.
Sir, it's containing of the seeds and all. As we distribute it now, so we if we throw anywhere, and then the plants and all will grow, and then it will be beneficial for the environment and all the things. As our NGO goal is to protect the environment also, and all the things we are working it on multiple works. So we are introducing this also, sir, life ball.
Cool. I think the first thing is try to check the website I shared with you because it's a very
Sure,
popular
sir.
one in Europe. I think you can take a lot of inspirations because I don't think there is one which exists in India of that magnitude. So if you're able to build the app in that magnitude using AI
Sure.
and all those new techniques, it can really be next big thing regarding food waste in the country.
Yes, sir. Sir, basically, Lifeball provide employment. We collect donation and we buy from the farmers. We have already like connected with some of the farmers. They make by their own. They use clay, fertilizers, manures, and everything is organic. And we have a main branch in Pune. Everything is supplied from there. And whatever we get money, we use it Smile Udaipur and Smile Bangalore project. Every month around we can cover 1 lakh rupees donation. It's like easily we can get it. So we are working on other cities also. Soon we will cover all over the India.
Yeah. Before Naksha ask you guys a question, I have one thing to say. It's a bit what is your strategy as a NGO? Is it like you want to focus more on a, like a donation based work, like you be the middleman collecting the donation and basically distributing, or you want to be innovators or mix of both? That's something which I'm a bit blurred right now because you have different kinds of products and I'm not sure what is your main focus and what's the end goal. Of course, you want to help people, that's the end goal, but I don't see the clarity. One is food waste, one is the climate change. How are you trying to tackle in a very clear manner in a proper journey? I don't see that.
So actually, my focus is on like I'm a good human being. That's it. I try to do everything what I can.
No, I that is not the Sanskar. That's not the question.
Okay.
Of course, the work what you're doing is incredible. But for example, if you want to scale up, if you
Yeah.
want Smile, your organization or Lifeboat, whatever
Right.
wants to scale up, you need to have a bit more clarity on the vision. It applies to all of you, whoever is here today. It applies to all of you to have that focus and have that, to start with, make one product extremely successful, and then it's like a ripple effect. So that is what I wanted to convey to you and your team.
Okay, sir. We'll work on.
Yeah, Naksha, sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think we're really running out of time. We've exceeded by 1 hour already, and we have another participant who quickly wants to brief about his project. So if you could take him.
Okay.
Okay, so Simran.
Yes, Ankit, you can go now.
Yeah, just a second.
Go ahead, Ankit.
Yeah, I'm just opening my slide. A second, I'll take.
Okay, meanwhile, Ankit is trying to set up his slides. This is also for the social entrepreneurs who are here today and the ones who have been doing all the good work. We'll also come back to you specifically. Simran, you can take a lead on this to create a meeting with them, so that we can also discuss on how we're going to give them visibility and also some kind of a growth support to take their NGOs further into the activities. So we can also set up a meeting, say next Thursday or Friday, for example.
Yes, sure. Done.
Yeah, great. Thanks.
I hope you can see my screen.
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, this hi, I'm Major Ankit from 2015 batch, and I'm working in Indian Army. I got I got into Indian Army right from the college, and while I was doing like in the army, we do after getting commissioned after 1 year of training, we do 2 years of attachment in the field area, and then we come to peace area, and then we rotate it this way. So when initially I was in field, so there was an issue that I faced. I cannot disclose uh, many things with you, but the basic thing that I can tell you is there was an issue. We were posted in a very forested area, and there was an issue that even if some terrorist or someone sneaks into our territory, it is very difficult for us to actually go there and dominate it every time. Like you cannot judge when some intruder will get into the area and do something. So the requirement was to develop an anti-intrusion system which could continuously monitor 24 into 7 the complete area, and that will also provide a feedback, like when there is some notorious activity that is going on. So this system that I developed was like 3 years ago, 3 years ago. This is a IR based anti-intrusion system. So in this system, the objective for the system was to be able to guard even the non-habitable and dominated areas, like thick forest where people are not able to see, and you have to personally go there. And the second was not to waste our explosive on animals, because a lot of time what happened was in the forested area there were a number of animals, and we could not from a distance we could not say that if it was an animal or it was a human. Like near I'm talking about the area near the LC means the border area. Though so that requirement was to be able to distinguish between human and animals, and there was explosive also connected there, and that was to be detonated only when a human is recognized. And when the explosion happens, like suppose take a condition like we are at a distance of 1 kilometer from that area where the explosion happens, so we should be able to get a feedback like what has actually happened, so that we are continuously in picture. So the system was based on IR sensors. This IR sensor was placed at certain heights, and it was it had also some bits and pieces of AI also. So IR system used to give feedback to the Raspberry Pi. That was the processor that was connected there. So Raspberry Pi was trained to identify like the based on the height of the object. Is it an animal? Is it a man? Is it a bird? Is it a snake? So on it will trigger. There was an explosive connected along with the detonator. So the detonator will only detect when it is found that the person passing in front of it is an human, and it will give a feedback based on Wi-Fi to the man or the guard who is standing at the post. So this was the overall project. This project was selected at my command level. Like I was in a battalion, then it was selected at command level, and currently this project is under development at DRDO. And while last year I got information from DRDO that some of the developed projects have also been actively employed in the LC. So basic this much I can tell you, guys. In details and other secrecy issues are something that I cannot share. So this was the overall picture. If any questions, then you are free to ask.
Great, Ankit. So, what's the idea for kind of what do you say implementation? It's already been done by DRDO, is it?
Yeah, DRDO is currently working on this system. They are increasing the number of number of features in the system. That like what they have started. I was in contact with DRDO. They are working on not on air. They started working on laser guided systems. So they have replaced my IR system with a laser system, and so that it increase the ranges, so that the range of the system increases. And they are modifying it and they are employing it in the LC area.
Great. But the thing is it possible? I don't know how the defense works, but I think you'll not be able to do this as your own project outside of the defense, right?
Yeah. But anything that I do in defense is for defense.
Defense, exactly. Yeah.
And actually, the applicability of this is also much related to defense itself. So it's for the security of the country, and like we will not require to identify a human or fire an explosive in a civil area. So it is applicability is limited to defense and for the security of the nation. Because the problem is we are given a area of around 12 kilometers, and the number of individuals are around 20. So dominating the complete area physically is very difficult. So if we have this system in place, so this will act as an anti-intrusion system, and this will be there 24/7. Like we'll not be needing to go physically every time to see if there is some intrusion or there is someone doing some mischievous activity there. So this was the basic idea.
Great. Thank you for sharing your amazing work with us. This is incredible.
Yeah. Thanks.
So I think now we're done with everyone. I'm really sorry for extending it by 1 hour 10 minutes. To all the participants, you guys had an amazing idea. There's something unimaginable. You guys were rocking. And then Pavan and Ananya for being so patient and talking to us, sharing your ideas. Thank you so much. And then Aryan also for being there, like always. Like, thank you so much. So I think this is the end of the panel.
Yeah, so what will happen here is on the 17th, the results of the winner will be done for both, one for Innovator and one for Social. So we just decided that there'll be one prize, because what we want to do is we want to invite all of them to take their ideas further. So we want to actually discuss with them next week, one for the innovators, like how can we actually build this cohort within BMSIT where we can help them one-on-one, where not only the seed funding, but also maybe we can help them with some network, with IP, all those things. And the second thing, for the ones who are doing the social work, we can discuss on how we can help with some kind of a support from BMSIT, not only in terms of some monetary, but also in support of giving you the visibility, giving you more platform. So more students and faculty and alumni will engage in the activities, what you're doing, rather than creating something again on their own. So the ideas were just brilliant. I think me and Aranya were just having a side talk where we discussed that most of the ideas, given the right support, given the right platform, has a huge potential, and that is what we want to do. And thank you so much for taking your time on a Sunday to be there and present your amazing work. And of course, thanks Naksha and Simran for all the coordination, and Aryan as always being there supporting. And once again, thanks and kudos for all the extraordinary work you guys are doing, and keep up the good spirit. And as Sanskar said, it's good to be a little better than what we were yesterday in terms of being a human. So let's all of us try to focus on being that. And I think I've been touched by a lot of stories, and it's amazing. It also gives that extra drive for us to go back and reflect on our own lives and see where can we improve ourselves and where we can contribute to our own self and also to society even better. So thanks for sharing your journeys, and keep up the spirits. Irrespective of whatever the outcome is, keep striving hard, and you all are incredible. That's all I can say.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I'll also send the feedback forms. Everyone, please fill it. I think we can.
But any of the attendees, you have any feedback? I know many of you have left, but those of you here, you want to give any feedback or how we can improve? This is the first time we're testing out, right? Means I'm from the first batch of BMSIT. Right now, I work in Norway, and I work a lot with innovations, just like startups and SMEs. What you guys are discussing on many different fields. So I understand what you guys are trying to do here, but we want to bring some kind of elements within BMSIT so that it's easier for you guys to take your concept into some kind of a scale up, at least in that 4 years of duration. So how can we improve this both on the volunteering side and also on the innovation side? Any tips, any suggestions from you guys? Tanya, Pritika, or
Yeah,
Sanskar?
I guess just that the college can provide all of us a platform to showcase our skills and whatever we have been doing. And someone said no, that we can have some event or somewhere in Bangalore that we can connect to more people and make a good network of people that they can know more and more things about us. Like especially the NGOs need donations to work, right? So yeah, even startups need the investment and everything. So yeah.
Sure, we'll work on that, and I can definitely promise that until once you have your exams done, say by August, I think September, end of September, we'll have this kind of a thing. Like we'll come back with a proper concrete plan. But let's in the next 2 weeks, let's sort out the basic seed funding, which we can support with all the people who have presented the ideas, and also come up with a proper strategy on how we can help you better.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
And
great.
I want to say that
So this is
for the past 6 years, I've been getting continuous mail and feedback from the BMSIT faculty. It's a great work, especially Aranya. I regularly follow him. But this kind of event is the first. This is the first of a kind event that I'm seeing from the college, and great initiative. It motivates us and other students who are still in college. Seeing our stories or stories of like people who are presented there, they'll get motivated, and it'll help them to go ahead in their lives. There will be a motivation factor, like our students, our college students are doing such good work. So I think it's a great initiative by the college faculty.
Yeah, and Ankit, one more thing. We're actually now going to do something called a day
Mentor.
of my life. It's a concept where we're going to feature like people like you, people like all of you, whoever has been doing some amazing work to showcase to not only the college, because I don't think even the principal or the faculty knows what you guys are doing. So we want to promote this and give a proper visibility on the website, but also through all the social media channels, not just to showcase, but also to have a proper follow up. Because right now we're going to have a mentor mentee kind of a session. So for Ankit, you could be a very good mentor, showcasing how a life is for someone to join Indian Army. There are a lot of students who want to join Army, Navy, Air Force, but they don't have any clue. So this is also something we are actually bridging the gap right now. We are establishing this as we speak. I think maybe we should have more sessions on this BMSIT Connect project, Aranya, because I think many people don't know what we have done in the last 6 months.
Yeah.
So we need to have this kind of a session so people understand that there is a platform coming, which was never there in the last 14 years of the college existence, where they can actually start getting support in an easier format. So the idea, Ankit, is everything is run by students and for the students. So that's the main essence we are trying to build, and we are trying to change the bureaucracy which exists right now in the way how education works in this in the country. In fact.
Yeah, great initiative. Like if I'll be able to help someone, like I cannot be happier than even knowing someone from our college joining defense forces. Like it can be a great asset for the college and for the country. So
Absolutely,
Yes,
absolutely.
definitely.
And Pratika, you wanted to say something?
Yes, sir. I was just going to say the same thing, that this has been a really great initiative, and all of us have such good ideas. All we need is that little, push, motivation, and acknowledgement that we've been doing this and this can actually become a big thing. So please go ahead, and that little bit of support from you would be really great. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, and you can always refer to us as Aranya and Pawan because we are just nothing but your colleagues, or rather, somebody who studied in BMSIT. So don't refer to us as sir.
Okay, sir. I mean,
Yeah.
okay, Pawan.
Sure. But I think these are very good feedback. We'll definitely have a one-on-one meeting, or rather, we'll have one meeting for innovators, one meeting for the social team, and we will definitely help you guys with monetary, not only that, but also the support in terms of network, what we can provide in terms of ideas, what we have learned in abroad and other places, so that you can take your ideas even further. So let's have this continuation, and let's have a very formal setup where we do this like a 6 months project for both the social side and the business side, and see in the 6 months where your projects, your ideas reach. So it could be something which you do parallel along with your work, or parallel along with your higher studies, or you might make this as your own company, who knows. So, and this should be the way how we should go about our education. So that's the idea.
One more thing, Pawan. I'd request if from next time, like this, what happened today was I just got informed the last moment that I had to join, and this video conference is going on. So when next meet we are planning, just like you were saying, we are planning a meet. So if I request if we could be informed 2-3 days prior, so that I have to take time out. And today it was Sunday, so it is fine. But I have to manage a lot of things, and like a lot of people among us will be have to managing a lot of things, and then taking out time for this. So that's a small request.
Yeah, apologies for that. We'll definitely ensure that next time onwards it's all well informed in advance. Yeah. Yeah, thank you so much again, and hope most of you will join on the 17th July for the closure event of BMSIT Got Talent and the E-Utsaha. That's when the results will be done. But irrespective of the outcome, we want to profile all of you. We want to give platform to all of your incredible work, and also those of you who are alumni. We want to bring you on board as mentors into our platform. And for the rest of you who are launching your own NGOs or your own companies, we want to help you with the seed funding and other facilities and support through the college. So that much we will do next week. And yeah, that's the plan. Great. Have a fantastic Sunday. And thank you once again for sharing your incredible work. Very, very proud.
Yes,
Thank you.
all of you
Thank
for your
you.
time.
Simran, Akshay, and Aranya, and Aryan, can you stay back for 5 more minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
1 second. I think we can take a group photo with all the participants or the leaving.
All left.
With the remaining, we can take one though.
Yeah, maybe if all of you are okay, if you can turn on your videos, and then we can have a picture with all of you. Sanskar, Pratika, Dhruv, Santosh. If you turn on your videos. No, I think people are leaving. I think we can anyway take a screenshot from the video. So
yeah, it's on YouTube. We can.
Okay, Sanskar came online. So maybe Pratika, if you are on, so then Dhruv, and then we should be good to take a picture. Santosh?
Sir, Pawan, I'm sorry, I'm not in a position to turn on my video at the moment.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Naksha.
Aryan, I'm taking it.
1 second. My tab got switched. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Done.
Yeah, great. Thank you again. Really good to know you, Ankit. Yeah, take care, everyone. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you all.
Okay, thank you.
So who is the other student ambassador?
That is 1 second. I'll stop the stream on YouTube.